I don't know what we're going to say about this except one thing, perhaps. Alabama is going to be good with Nick Saban as its head coach come hell, Armageddon, pandemic. Because that's just what they have done. Like, I keep trying to put this into context and people keep missing it. Remember how good Tua Tagovailoa was to start his career. Mac Jones is better. Statistically and without the same level of talent at wide receiver. Now, Devontae Smith is good, and I believe John Mechie's good, and I know Slade Belden is good, and he lost Jalen Waddle, right? Last year, Tagovailoa had Henry Ruggs, first-round pick, Jerry Jeudy, first-round pick, Jalen Waddle, gonna be a first-round pick, Najee Harris in the backfield, right? This year, you got Najee. You ain't got anybody behind Najee, right? You think it's Brian Robinson, but we don't know, right? I haven't seen Trey Sanders. You don't have the offensive line that was just destructive as all hell last year. And they were good. They were really good. They were really good. How does Mac Jones put together a better season? And knowing that this is about, what we've seen from Mac Jones in the COVID, right? In the era of everybody having to do more with less. How do you not make Mac Jones into a, top 5 draft pick the way that you were talking below it into a top 5 draft pick? I'd also add that the man's right-handed, which I think matters in as far as picking your right and left tackles.
Yeah, that absolutely makes you a much more attractive quarterback. I don't know. I want to keep an eye on Mac Jones.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Kyle Trask put up the second highest total of passing yards in a game by a Florida quarterback. Most ever against the Kirby Smart defense at Georgia. Do you know who put up the most? I'm dead serious because the first person that came to my mind was Danny Werfel, and that's not true.
Tim Tebow?
Yeah. Steve Adazio let Tim Tebow throw the ball so many times he went for 482 in 2010 in Sugar Bowl. Like, what?
Yeah.
By the way, I think that was a Brian Kelly.
Tim Tebow was a good college football quarterback, so I just got to throw that out there.
Like saying Sam Ehlinger is a good college football quarterback. He's good. He's not great.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you don't need to catch salt about that if it's true.
Ooh, somebody says Mac Jones is another A.J. McCarron. I'm going, no, he's 3 times the quarterback A.J. McCarron was.
Like the stats are unbelievable. The last 4 or 5 years of quarterbacks that are Heisman level have been putting up beyond video game numbers, like unbelievable. Mac Jones's are phenomenal. I could not even begin to compare him to A.J. McCarron or any of the other 3-name Alabama quarterbacks.
12 times the quarterback Greg McElroy was. 1.5 times better than Blake Sims, who I thought was the pinnacle of Alabama quarterback until Tagovailoa appeared. And you know what? I'm going to say that he's 1.5 times better than Tua Tagovailoa. Why? Because he ain't hurt half the season. That's why. Because both his ankles are intact. Doesn't have to have the Hold Me Closer Tiny Dancer ankle surgery to get back out there and make it do what it do. Right? Mac Jones is like, nah, I'm a 3-star quarterback from nothing, from nowhere. We ran option where I was at. Watch me now. I got the 5-star number 1 quarterback on the bench. Or number 2 quarterback to me. But 5-star quarterback on the bench. He's not getting no looks. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence out here catching COVID. I'm in Alabama. How do I not catch COVID in Alabama and that man catches COVID in South Carolina? I'd be flexing so hard in Trevor Lawrence's direction if I was Mac Jones. Flexing so hard. It's like this thing at LSU. They don't give a damn about no COVID, right? They don't care. Especially now that they're not very good. Especially that they're not very good. Meanwhile, Mac Jones is like, nah, I've been walking around in bubble wrap. I've outlasted Ben Carson. Okay? Look at Rod. Rod rubbing his face. I'm making a list of all the people that have outlasted. Right? That's the thing. The list of people that have caught this. And then the president goes to the hospital. You're playing college football that weekend. Even staying on University of Alabama campus, where they demonstrated we don't care about no COVID. You remember the pictures of them? Look like a mosh pit with Rush Week. Mac Jones was able to make it through that. You know? Like, I'm talking myself into Mac Jones. I'm talking myself into him. Because at the beginning of preseason, it's like, yeah, Mac has to play within himself to be good. And I was going, oh, no. This looks like Nick Saban's got another game manager.
But if your game manager is just nothing but explosion plays, like that's the kicker. It'd be different if he was like all the other like pre-Blake Sims quarterbacks. Well, he just ain't that. You look at the tape, he ain't that. But on the flip side, like he ain't no Cam Newton. Yeah. that's the thing that's kind of throwing me off. Like at least everybody before this was electrifying.
Right.
Mac Jones is just putting up stats.
He's not no Justin Fields. And matter of fact, let me get this in here because I think Caleb Worku. I hope that's your real last name because that's code. He brings up a good point. What if Florida beats Alabama in the SEC championship game? Right? Alabama's getting in. That would be your one-loss SEC team without an SEC title to get in. Florida gets in, you would think, right? Who gets bumped out? Wouldn't be Ohio State. They be in. They might be the number one team in that scenario, right? Then you're looking at Notre Dame, Clemson going, yeah, guys, guess we're going to have to take the ACC champ and only the ACC champ. Notre Dame be so pissed. Like, they lost that game and they didn't get in the playoffs.
Found it. Like all the polling coverage that we saw this week, there's a pathway for SC.
Oh, that's cold. That is Ron Taylor. It's my best friend. Join me every Monday to talk through whatever the hell it is we're going to talk through here on the RJ Young Show podcast. Please download the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Leave a 5-star review. We are marching toward 300 reviews. If everybody that watched this stream just went to the podcast link and dropped a 5-star review, we would be near 500 reviews, 500 ratings. Like, help me, help you make more content. Check out this piece that I wrote on foxsports.com about DJ Uiagalelei and the video I made over CFB on Fox about Uiagalelei. And I will see y'all in a couple of hours. Probably going to play some what I read on Wednesday because I'm like halfway through this ginormous Henry Aaron biography that Howard Bryant wrote that is really, well, interesting and also kind of rounds out a character that we all know but don't nobody know. And that's kind of the point. Yeah, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff. Deuces.